It all keeps adding up. I think I'm cracking up. Am I just paranoid? Am I just stoned?
Could be either, actually. Could be either. We've been having technical difficulties here
all day
in the inner sanctum, but we are safely ensconced, which is good, and it's not snowing. For our viewers/listeners out of town, of which we have many, it snowed here the last 2 days.
As I was coming down the 81 corridor from
Florida,
I saw this white stuff, and I pulled over, and I looked at my wife, and I said, "We can just turn around."
Absolutely.
Turn right around.
You should have, because that last 2 days have been brutal, but we're good now. So the sun's out. Tomorrow's going to be nice. And, hopefully there's no more snow, but we can't guarantee anything. We do. This is episode number 74, by the way.
We're plugging along.
Still amazes me. Our Yahoo of the week, I had, again, there's so many to pick from, but I thought this was unique because this is a whole baseball team. It's the San Francisco Giants. They played so bad against the Mets that Keith Hernandez walked out of the booth. He left. He's like, I'm done. He left. That's awesome. I like their guys, their booth guys, Darling and Hernandez, and the play-by-play guy. I like them a lot. They're good. Not as good as Cone and Kay and O'Neill, but they're very, very good. So I thought that they're the Yahoo of the week. Now, the good news story of the week is Syracuse firefighters went in and rescued 2 people from a burning home. So, man, you got to be kidding me. That's above and beyond. That's bravery. That's courage. That's everything. So they're our good news story of the week. And we do want to pass along our congratulations to our very good friends, Ted and Amy, who are on the cover of 55 Plus magazine. There's a nice article about picture. It's a great picture. Yeah. Now there's pictures of Amy in here. Like, well, first of all, Ted had a little more hair, and
just a little bit.
And Amy was so young. And some of these, look at that. Look how young she is there.
They are. Back in the Def Leppard days.
Absolutely. Now, I met her even before that. And I have a picture of her as a reporter, as a news reporter. And we're all surrounding the district attorney at the time, Richard Hennessy, who was embroiled in a controversy. And she was a reporter. And she was younger even in that picture. So that's how long we've known each other, which is amazing. But they've been on the air 37 years, right?
Yep.
That's...
You can go back in the archives, and we did a back in the day with them. Our first few months in the program.
We did. And now, are they in the Broadcasters Hall of Fame? They are, right?
So
yeah. They should be if they're not. Jeez.
They're
great.
What did that one coach say of his player after the NCAA tournament? If you're not going to give her the awards, then you shouldn't give anybody the awards.
And the women's basketball is getting chippy. You see Gino Oriama yelling.
He's getting ornery.
Yeah. Dawn Staley has always been like ornery.
Yeah.
So when those two get together, they don't like each other.
She played for him, didn't he?
Yeah.
Didn't she?
Yeah. And, she's a great player. Obviously one of the best ever. And one of the best ever coaches. So, those egos get in the way and butt heads. And, boy, they're yelling.
Speaking of coach, did you see Walt Weiss last night?
No.
There was a bench clearing brawl in the Braves game.
Did he go into the clubhouse?
He went for Soler.
Well, Lopez and Soler, they don't like each other anyway.
No, but they used to be teammates.
Yes.
And Soler was a Brave for a while. He was on the World Series team.
Yeah.
He won the MVP. And or is that Arcia? Was it Soler? I know it was Soler who won an MVP for the World Series.
All right.
Well, a pitch got hit by a pitch. There was some words exchanging, and then Soler went for the mound.
Oh, he did.
Walt Weiss comes out. It was a big brawl. Walt Weiss grabbed him by the legs, took him down by the legs. So big pictures all over Facebook of Walt Weiss.
I gotta see that.
Like NFL Defender of the Year. And
that's
stuff.
That's like that little coach of the Knicks who did it to Alonzo Mourning, grabbed him by the legs. That's funny. And I didn't see that yet. I have to look for that.
Well, I'm enjoying.
That was a for real fight, though, right? I mean, they threw punches.
Oh, they were
right?
throwing punches.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I am a big fan of the beginning of his tenure as coach. He's making some different decisions. He did not take the throttle off of the 17-2 game. That was something Snicker did. He took the throttle off, and sometimes it, blew up in their face. But I like it. You got to win games. Win them any way you can. Keep digging. I like it. And he's changing the lineups a little bit. Right now, Acuna and Austin Riley are in a terrible slump.
Yes.
But Drake Baldwin he's putting up MVP numbers already.
Right. He is. He won Rookie of the Year last year.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. He's got 5 home runs, right, already?
He does. And a couple of them were, game changers. And I'll tell you, this ABS system is really, it turns the game around.
Right.
So that game that it was 17-2, if that was called a strike, so 2 outs, pitch, it was challenged by the Braves. It was challenged at strike, challenged it, it's overturned.
And then they
went off.
Wow.
Last year, it would have been over, and for 2 innings, you'd have talked about
what could have been.
Exactly.
So the thing about it is there's 2 things. I thought that the umpires would hate it because it's really showing them up. However, it really shows you. I mean, sometimes a challenge is won by like a tenth of an inch, like just a little teeny. You can see the difference. There's nothing. I've only seen one that was egregious. One was way inside, and he called it a strike, and the guy couldn't tap his hat fast enough. And it was like, it was so obviously missed call. But most of the other ones are so infinitely small. It's just, I give him credit. I really do. But the most brilliant thing about it was putting it on the big screen and putting it on TV.
Yes.
That's the most brilliant thing about it, because it makes it feel like a game. Makes it feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like the audience is playing a game with the other teams or whatever.
And I'm sure it's getting into Vegas.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I bet it is. Yes. Everything now. You can bet on everything now. And it's really, really scary, because the house always has the advantage. Always. No matter what you think, the house always has the advantage. So.
I watched the beginning of the LA Dodgers Blue Jays game last night.
Yeah, I did as well.
Shohei was up. There was a play to the plate. The catcher punched inadvertently Shohei in the elbow, and Shohei yelled out an audible F word that wasn't in his native tongue.
No.
I like Shohei a lot.
Yes. Yep. He's a brilliant player. His goal is to win the Cy Young. And I'll tell you what, if he wins the Cy Young Award, he'll be the best baseball player that has ever lived. Really.
He's already on the cusp of it.
He is. He really is.
John Schneider last night was thrown out. There was a terrible balk call. And he went him in face red, spit everywhere. They gave him the boot. But he gets thrown out once in a while. Him and Aaron Boone are good at that. Aaron Boone's already gotten called. He's already gotten thrown out for balls and strikes.
I know.
It's the best.
Yeah, he goes off in a funny way sometimes.
Yes.
Like a Billy Martin way sometimes, or a Earl Weaver type of way. The Baltimore Orioles manager was that way, very bombastic. Lou Piniella was that way.
Lou Piniella was great.
He'd yank a base out of there and throw it down. Yeah. So the Yankees are doing very well, so I'm very happy.
Good baseball.
Very content. They just need to pick up the defense a little bit, and at least they have the base running down now, because they were brutal the last couple of years. So yeah, everything's going pretty well right now, and Rodon and Cole will be back before anyone expected. So they're going to be very, very good, hopefully down the line. So we're waiting to be joined by our guests today. Julie from the 448 is going to join us.
443.
443, I'm sorry, and talk about how the city changed, the ordinance when it comes to having entertainment. So it's good for her. It's not as good for some other people, but the one thing that I saw, which really sold it for me, was if you're a bigger venue, let's say the Landmark, right? and you have to get $50 every time you have somebody. Well, it's capped at $750. So it's not that bad. I mean, that's only like 15 shows, right? And $750.
Yep.
So that, to me, that's all right. I mean,
it's we'll see. It's gonna and with Julie, she's okay as a business, but Julie is she's not okay because it's not okay for everybody.
Right.
Julie's that kind of person.
Right. I agree.
Yeah. And they all work together. Eric and everybody that of the smaller venues, they work together.
Yeah.
We have to.
Yes.
And we pay enough now for tickets. Even the smaller shows are creeping up there.
Yes, they are.
But little fees here and there, it's just going to keep
adding up. Yep, I agree. I do. And we'll talk to her and see if they found a new place yet. Have you heard or not? If they found a new place?
I haven't heard yet.
And we'll talk to Hanah Ehrenreich, who's the common councilor at large for the city, and she'll explain why the new ordinance is in effect. And we had to talk to Mo Brown earlier today because Mo was busy, but he voted no on capping the gas tax this summer in Onondaga County because he wanted to know more about it. So you'll hear that interview too. So
it's smart. You know what? It was smart. You'll hear that. There's time yet. You can deal with it.
Yeah, and they have done this. Like I said, they have done this before, and like he says, they just. You want to know more information about it before you go ahead and do this, especially since it's not going to, go into effect until this summer. So I don't blame him for voting no. So we'll hear his reasons why coming up in a little bit. All right. Our guest is here, I believe.
She is now. There's a band loading in her facility.
I see that.
So
I see that.
It might be a little crazy here. So we'll bring up Julie.
Hey, Julie.
Hey there.
What is going on?
We're loading a band in right now. We have a sold-out show with the fabulous Selwyn Birchwood this evening.
Fantastic.
So we're very excited.
Oh, my gosh. This is awesome. So you also must be happy. You're smiling. You're happy. You must be happy that this whole city ordinance thing has been worked out.
Well, I mean, it hasn't. It worked out for me. And that's great, but it's not worked out for my colleagues. Any of the mid-sized venues.
That's exactly what you just said.
What did I just say?
That's exactly what Bill just said. He said she's going to say it's great, but it's not great for everybody.
That's
exactly what he
said.
Julie.
That's Julie.
Yeah.
That's wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so I get that. Yes, it worked out for you, but to me, I mean, for the bigger venues, $750 as a cap doesn't seem to be all that much to me. I mean, am I wrong there?
Well, it's a big increase from what it was. When it was an annual permit, it was just a couple $100. And then what we've been doing for the last year was a $15 permit with a $150 cap. So now it's gone to a $50 permit with a $750 cap. So that's a big jump. And not everything these guys do is a giant show with 400 people coming. I mean, sometimes it's a karaoke night with 40 people coming or line dancing with 25 people coming. But it's as much about the paperwork. It's the time it takes to file all this paperwork. It isn't totally the money. A lot of it just has to do with the time because we're all independent operators and we're stretched beyond thin already, so
no doubt.
Yeah. So it's not great. I mean, it isn't great for my colleagues who are already open. And it's also not great if there's anybody thinking about opening a venue in Syracuse. You'd be crazy to open it up in the city limits at this point.
Well, let's talk about that because you have to move still, right?
We do. We are on the hunt for a new space. I have 3 possible spots I'm looking at right now. And this kind of happened about the same time the permit situation happened. So for the first time, I started kind of actively looking just outside the city to avoid that. And interestingly, one of the spots I'm looking at, the realty company that owns it, that manages it, said that they don't ever buy property in the city of Syracuse for exactly these kinds of reasons, just because the permit licensing situation is so crazy. So yeah, I have one solid spot that could work out. It's reasonably central, but it's not in the city of Syracuse.
It's sad to hear that because you're a piece of the fabric of the city because of your uniqueness. And it's one of the things that makes the city great is we have all these different venues, and you certainly were at the top of that list to move out of the city is a blow to them, but it's good for wherever you move. And I'm sure it's going to be good for you as well.
Well, I mean, we'll do our best to keep it. I don't want to move way out into the suburbs. We're not trying to move to Baldwinsville or Cicero or Manlius or someplace like that. Like, it would be just outside the city. But still, that really was never my game plan. I've lived in Eastwood most of my adult life. I'm more of a city girl. Like, I like being convenient to everything, and I like my business to be convenient to everything. And I also think there's a lot of city neighborhoods that need the extra support of small businesses going into them to, try to lift the neighborhood up a little bit. We take good care of our property. Our landlord takes good care of our property. We're picking up trash, and we try to be good neighbors and all that. And I think that part of it's important too.
Absolutely. Bill, you got anything for Jules?
Do you got anything coming up that's not sold out, Julie?
We have a lot of sold out stuff coming up.
I know.
It's pretty cool, actually. Everything this week is sold out. We do have our very first workshop is coming up this Saturday. The husband-wife duo Circe is going to this Saturday. And they have a show Saturday night, and our very first workshop that our nonprofit is presenting is with them. So it's behind the scenes with an indie band. It's a Q&A workshop. And I asked them to do it because I just think they're so good at all aspects of this. Like, they kind of do it all themselves. They do their marketing. They have really cultivated a rabid fan base. They do their merch. They're doing it all right. So they're going to talk about kind of just everything that goes into that as a band who doesn't have people. They don't have managers and they don't have agents and all that stuff. We deal with a lot of bands that do, and we deal with a ton of bands that don't. And Circe really does it the right way. So we've got a workshop, and there's still some spots open for that on Saturday afternoon.
And those are the real hard workers. They get in their car, drive.
They're all over the place.
If you haven't seen it, I'm sure you've probably seen it. Have you seen Austin to Boston?
No.
The documentary. Oh, you got to see Austin to Boston.
Oh,
they put together 3 or 4 indie acts that were, on the cusp, and one of them is what's his name? Son of a bitch. The Son of a Bitch song. Come on, Jim, you know that?
Nathaniel Ratcliffe?
Yeah, yes. It's when he first started as like a solo dude hitting the road. They get in a van, and all these people just they make a tour. They go from Austin to Boston. It's a good independent. This is how you grind, nose to the grind tour documentary. Check it out. It's good.
Well, those are the people that those are the people that come through Julie's place right now. It's exactly, and of course, bigger stars like you've had recently. So, and we'll have that sold out all week. It's got to be. That's such a great feeling. That's so good. All right, Jules, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it always. Keep us, in mind when you're narrowing down places to pick to see where you're going to go next.
I will. And I think there's more to the entertainment permit story, I think, is ongoing. So, I mean, I think there's probably going to be more to talk about that at some point.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think so too. Thank you, Julie.
All right.
Have fun tonight.
Yeah, have fun. That's awesome.
We'll see you.
That's great. Every show this week's sold out. That's it's so good to hear. It's just too bad that they're going to have to move out of the city, I bet. That's just too bad. I just don't want to see them, though.
Such a unique looking
That's the thing.
Space.
Yeah.
So I don't like to use the word antique, but it is. It's very homey. Maybe that's more of a word. It's very in there. It's
you're like it's that's why they used to call it the listening room, because really that's what it is. It's couches and stuff and chairs and tables. It's great.
I want to see Jeffrey Gaines. He comes in all the time, but it's always in a weekend, and I'm always working. He's one of the best.
Circe, when she mentioned Circe, their social media is unbelievable. Yep. They're really good at that stuff, and they're obviously really talented. So she's right. They've been doing it
for a long time.
Yeah, they have. They really have. So our next guest is here, and we'll learn more about this, the change in the city ordinance, because Hanah Ehrenreich is here. Did I get that right, Hanah?
You did great.
Yeah. Nice. How about that?
See?
All right. So Hanah, explain when you looked into this and what was going on with the club owners and everything about this ordinance. What did you find when you started to delve into it?
What I found is that people are trying to follow the rules, right? We've got a lot of people in Syracuse who believe in the city, and they want to play by the same book. They understand that we have permits for a reason. They understand that we have regulation for a reason. And that reason is predominantly to make sure that people are safe. And what we need to do, and what the city has been doing progressively, although it really always helps when we have the voices of the people who are utilizing the system able
Right.
to weigh in specifically, right, is to just make the permitting process more user friendly and more more responsive to what the actual needs are.
Yeah, this has been a long time coming, and to your point, you have to make sure people are safe, and so you have to have code enforcement, and you have to have people, getting permits for gatherings, because we've seen in the city more than once illegal gatherings, and it happened right across the street from Julie's place at 443. So I understand the permitting process, and it's necessary, but this change has been a long time coming, and is this the final thing that can happen?
No, I mean, this is the part of this is always an evolving and iterative process, like it is informed by the people who use it. It's informed by legislators. And I'm sorry, you guys caught me at Barnes and Noble today. So sorry for the background noise.
No, it's
No
okay.
worries. Thank you for your time.
No, this is great. And I think vintage was the word you were looking for
Vintage,
earlier.
that's it. Thank you.
It's vintage space. I also love at 443 that there's outdoor space. I went to an engagement party there and a Planned Parenthood fundraiser there, and it's just a phenomenal part of the Holly Green neighborhood.
Yeah,
what I will
I
say
agree.
too, though, is permits are just one part of the process. We need to have a thriving and exciting nightlife. We need to have walkability, and I'm sad that Julie might be contemplating moving out of the city. I will say, though, that we always have this really unfair narrative about city versus county in terms of live music venues. If you've been out to Beacon Skiff for some of their live music stuff, you guys have been there, right?
Yep.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not a bad setup. The infrastructure is not 100% there. But here's the thing. What I see as somebody who's worked in environmental and disaster preparedness, there's only one road that gets you to and from. If there is something that happens, that is not a safe exit. That is not something that's going to protect people. Hold on one second. I'm on the phone. I'm actually not even on the phone. I'm on the radio. You want to see something? Come here. This is one of my children.
Hello.
This is another one of my
How are
children.
you?
We're trying to help Destiny.
We're doing a podcast right now.
On the ground. Yes, this is real life entertainment here.
We love it. We love this.
It's great. When we talk about things like Jazz Fest belongs in the city, and it's sad that it moved. Or is it Blues Fest? Oh God, I'm gonna get it wrong.
No, Jazz Fest. You're
Jazz
right.
Fest.
Yes.
It was Jazz Fest, right?
Yes.
Yep.
These are the things that we need in the city of Syracuse, and we need to work with people to expand upon them. But we also need live music venues in our Main Street districts.
We do.
I
agree.
How people met.
Yes.
How they met their neighbors.
And Bill, I mean, this is how a lot of people make their living.
I'm a local musician here in town, and the way music and entertainment has evolved since I've started is just it's incredible.
Yeah, and we need to keep up with it, and we need to make sure that this document is a living document, and I know that you're aware of that. Hanah, thank you for your time. We'll talk again. Perhaps we're in a quieter location. That's okay. No, it's all good. Yes.
One thing I want to say.
Yes.
We actually have a thriving and very busy downtown area. The permits process it's about people, again, who want to play by the rules. They want to do what's right. They want to follow the process. And it's our job from the city side to make that an easy and navigable process, something that people understand, that they can pay into easily, because people want to be part of the city, and they want to make sure that the city is thriving. And that is where my heart is at. And that is where my intention was for this. But the other thing is this. We have a tremendous number of live entertainment things happening all at the same time. And the reason you can't shout fire in a movie theater or a live theater, right, is because there has to be fire code enforcement. There has to be safety at the root of it. And that is really
100. I agree
100%.
completely.
Yeah.
Bill, you too, right?
Yeah.
But so sometimes we need to think beyond just, does the fire department need to know that this particular live music is happening tonight, to an understanding of, let's say there's something happening in downtown Syracuse every night of the week, and it's going to involve 500 to 1,000 people. Let's make sure that we are safe for all of those things and think about it a little more holistically.
Yeah, Hanah, is the position of the night mayor, could that alleviate some of the issues?
I mean, I think so. I will say that I'm not really up on the other cities or other places that have this. I have heard from people who are involved in downtown activities that this could be a really positive thing, and having a coordinator. For myself, I have driven through Armory Square on a Saturday night in the middle of summer when people are out till 2 a.m, and it's glorious. It's wonderful to see. I want more of that, right?
Yes.
It makes
Yes.
people safe when we have things that are open later, when we have people on the street. It's really wonderful. So
Agreed.
anything that gets us there, I'm for.
And we are too.
Yes.
Thank you, Hanah. We'll talk again very soon.
It's
no
wonderful
doubt.
talking to you, Jim. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Take
Have
care.
a good day.
See ya. That's great. She's awesome.
Listen, I know he probably doesn't want it. He's got a great position as the czar of 81, but just let Joe Driscoll take care of it. He'll know how to deal.
There you go. There you go. Hey, there you go.
Joey's been all around the world as an entertainer.
I never talked to her before. She was great. She's really smart. I like that. That's good.
What are we seeing a lot now with our legislators and our common councilors getting younger?
Younger, thankfully.
Which is great.
Jeez. I don't even want people my age in there. Listen, most people my age, right, are very resistant to change. They've reached a point in their life, and as I have, where they like things the way that they are. I'm a homebody now, right? I like to stay at home. But we need to embrace change, because if you don't, what do you think? Things won't change because you're resistant to it? You need to embrace change, okay? You need to get with it and go with it, okay? I mean, and a little microcosm of that was the whole Bad Bunny thing, right? People are just afraid to move on. And it was spectacular. And,
they're not telling you to go out and buy all of his records.
No.
Just enjoy the moment.
Exactly. See, that's another thing. Enjoy the moment.
I've been to, concerts where I didn't know who the opening act was.
Right.
And some of my favorite bands were those.
There you go.
Opening acts.
Yes.
There's only one place that I play in the city. It's a Dinosaur.
Right.
But I don't know if they'd be
sure
on that list.
Absolutely. Well, what's upstairs? How big is upstairs?
It's pretty big. So if
upstairs
was upstairs, yes, I've played.
So it's 300 people or less, right? Yeah. For that, they don't have to pay the bigger fee, right? You can hold 300.
But
upstairs.
all the arguments are valid, especially these days with all the problems that arise with.
And well, you said when we were before we started talking about it, ticket prices can only go so high. So if you keep upping fees, then they have to pass it on. I mean, we've seen it firsthand through Julie, because they've struggled the entire time they've been open because of the size that they are and the way that they're set up. So
and they have to have certain things in place, like you have $15
minimum.
Spend minimum.
Yes,
you have to be, you might have paid for the ticket, but you not being in that seat, they lose that money.
Yes, that's correct.
Because normally, probably most of the people that come in there, that ticket money is that's what pays the entertainment.
Yes, I would assume so. Sure.
When you've got a spot that's 80 seats, you need all that.
Yeah, absolutely. So do you think bands play for the door?
I'm sure that's the kind of the deal there.
Yeah.
That would probably be the only way that Julie would be able to.
Yeah. Pay them.
Yeah.
It only holds 80.
Yeah.
Jeez. Boy, I don't know how she does it. It's amazing to me. Her and her husband. Amazing.
Yep.
Man. So there's usually no more than $10, right, to get in?
No, there's
15.
There's more. Like when Jeffrey Gaines, he's in the $30, $40.
Oh, okay.
Chris Trapper, those guys are the.
Okay. Well, it's worth it though.
But then you put in the Los Blancos.
Yeah.
They sell it out.
Yeah.
Joe sells it out when he plays there. He does his special shows of his originals and stuff. He sells it out. When he plays there. Grupo Pagan's sold it out. There's our good regional local body that plays in there, but you've got to bring in some of those the
bigger acts, the bigger names.
Yeah, and I don't want to say B and C because a lot of these people are just starting out.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's a lot of these legacy acts that
incredible
like playing those kind of rooms.
80 people, man. I mean,
I did one show there. It was like I did like a retrospective of how I became a musician, and I did it. I told the story in song. So like, I started the show off with singing Barry Manilow's Mandy, because Barry Manilow was the first entertainer that I really looked up to when I was a kid.
Really?
And I went through and I kind of for 90 minutes kind of told a story about, how I became a musician, and I did it with song.
Awesome.
Other people's songs, but my Neil Diamond, I remember seeing Neil Diamond for the first time at the Dome, and I, sang a Neil Diamond song and stuff like that. It's people that have always influenced me. I put that together in a show.
I like that. That's awesome.
I'd love to put together a show and take it around that's like Barry Manilow, the showman, Barry Manilow, Neil Diamond, Kenny Rogers, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because it almost feels like that music is starting to disappear,
because they're disappearing. It doesn't fit the genre, though.
Right.
See, they don't fit classic rock. They don't fit top 40 maybe, but they're not really playing them that way. It is kind of weird. I'm
just shocked that people like Frank Sinatra and stuff like that aren't in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's just stupid.
And I try the hardest to defend hip hop. Those artists deserve to be in there.
Yes.
But so does Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, the Rat Pack.
Yeah, the crooners, all that stuff. Sammy Davis Jr. Yes, absolutely.
If you're going to have a music hall of fame, because that's basically what it is at this point, they need to. I was shocked to.
I didn't know that either, actually. There's a lot of those guys from that era that could be in there, like the big band era and stuff.
That's
I'm surprised Sinatra's not in there. That's weird.
They have now a new wing. I know this is on the opposite side of the world, but there's a new wing in the WWE Hall of Fame. That's the legacy wing. So it's the guys maybe that have kind of disappeared to get a full induction, but it gives them the nod. So this year the legacy wing is, remember Psycho Sid?
No.
Sid
Vicious?
Yeah, Sid Vicious.
Yeah,
he's in the legacy wing. There's controversy with that because a lot of people think that he should be fully inducted.
He should.
Yes.
Man, he shattered his leg too. Remember that? Oh, God.
That pay-per-view.
Oh, that was a pay-per-view?
Yeah, it was on pay-per-view. Sin. WCW Sin. There was, when it first started, that legacy wing, it was the old guys. The
Bruno Sammartino.
No, even Ilio DiPaolo.
Oh, jeez.
The early.
Like the 40s and 30s.
Exactly.
Yeah, wow.
Bruno, that was a
50s.
That was a coup when they finally inducted him, because he and Vince McMahon for the longest time didn't get along.
Oh.
And I was there. It was the year. It was a crazy Hall of Fame ceremony. It was Bruno Sammartino. It was Mick Foley.
Jeez.
And it was Donald Trump.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep.
Oh,
and it was at the Garden.
Really?
It was at the Garden.
Well,
have you ever been to the Garden?
Yes.
There is in the third level, there is a ledge.
Yes.
You can sit on it. That's where we had seats on that ledge.
No kidding.
And the night of the Hall of Fame, Syracuse was in the Final Four, or remember when they played Michigan? Was it in the Final Four?
I think so, yes.
2010, 11-ish.
Yeah.
Around there. So I've got my phone propped up on the ledge watching the Syracuse game, internalizing celebration as, the induction ceremonies. And those induction ceremonies of that time were awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Full, the guys would come out. Now it's kind of rushed through because it's done after a SmackDown in the middle of the ring. Actually, this year's they put it aside, but that was kind of the last. Bruno Sammartino was the last guy that had to go in that wasn't in, And then he died not too long after that.
Really?
Yeah.
He was in the 50s, right?
Yeah, he was 60s, 70s. I think most of his big reign. I mean, he was for the longest time, the longest reigning WWF champion. And then that, everything flopped around, got to Bob Backlund. Remember Bob Backlund?
Yes. Yeah.
And then
that's 70s.
That was early 80s.
Early 80s. Okay.
Yeah, that was the early 80s because Bob Backlund dropped it to the Iron Sheik.
Oh.
In late 83. And then January 23rd, 1984, professional wrestling changed. Hulk Hogan beat Iron Sheik in the Madison Square Garden.
And that was it.
Hulkamania was born.
Yeah.
There's a new Netflix documentary out this month.
Really?
Hulk Hogan. And I guess it's all bets are off.
Yeah.
I guess they're going after everything.
Well, he's got a dark side to him, that's for sure.
But, and I know sometimes you have to watch it, but No Hulk Hogan did nothing that you see today on WWE, AEW, any of them would not without Hogan.
No, of course
Without
not.
him.
No, he saved it.
He was the first professional wrestler on Sports Illustrated.
Oh, was he really?
Cover Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, he really saved it, and
Yep.
then came the golden age, and it hasn't been as good since, and probably won't ever be.
A few years ago, they had this bloodline angle with Roman Reigns and like the family, The Rock, and everything, and it was full steam ahead. It was great, and as soon as that was done, it's when it kind of fell off again. But now they're trying to.
So the WWE is owned by
TKO,
which also owns
UFC.
UFC.
So now it's all about the celebrities.
Oh, okay, sure.
So they just brought Pat McAfee back,
Really?
in a role as a bad guy, and it's all about making him like a Sylvester Stallone. They want to put him in movies and stuff. And a lot of people are not happy about it. But I mean, you know, it's funny. Wrestling fans are a different.
Yeah, you don't have to tell me. I'm aware of that.
You don't see people going crazy that they don't like the writing for SUV on week 14 of this season. But last night's Monday Night Raw was so bad. We're gonna go on social media and just rip it apart. Actually, CM Punk was on Monday night, and he actually they let him go off on the whole thing. TKO.
Wrestling fans are insane.
I just got an instant message. Guy postponed his shows for Albany and Buffalo. Speaking of Barry Manilow.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he was supposed to come back.
Yeah, he's not coming back.
But he's cured. He said he's cured. But you know what? Dude's 80s. He just had part of his lung cut out. It's going to take some time to train himself for the stamina.
Why?
Because he still has that.
Why
voice.
do it though? Why? That's what I've always wondered. This.
And I say that for a lot of people, especially like Frankie Valli.
Well, the Stones. What? They're in their 80s. Why?
They still can. It's still worth it for the fan to go see. Barry Manilow is still very much worth it for the fan to go see. Sounds great. Looks odd.
Yeah.
Sounds great. 100%.
Okay.
But that's
impressive.
But there's there's a group of people that are still touring around that have no.
Well, Frankie Valli's like, oh my gosh.
They have no qualms of letting people know that he's lip singing because he's lip singing.
Yeah. It's terrible. It's terrible. Oh, geez, the last time I saw it was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. I've never understood it, but I guess, I mean, if that's what you do, that's what you do. I don't know. I would take my billions and go wherever. I don't know.
I would rather watch the Jersey Boys movie, which was awful.
Was it?
The movie was awful.
The stage show was incredible.
One of the best. And that's the problem. I don't think it's Clint Eastwood's fault. That was a Clint Eastwood directed. It was just bad because it's a you bet you've seen it.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable. People are dancing in the aisles. The Ed Sullivan part is one of the best things I've ever seen on Broadway.
Yes.
How they've got this camera and the screens up and it's black and white and the screen. It's cool.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yep, it's a great show. No doubt.
Lots of new stuff coming on Broadway too. It's going to be. And that's another thing that the prices are going through.
Well, right, exactly. So, what's the least you've ever spent on a Broadway show?
Well, I was lucky with getting rush tickets, so probably $20.
Oh, right, okay.
Some, and I'm talking about Broadway.
Yeah.
If you get there in an early enough time, you put yourself in the lottery, and you get premium seats for, nothing.
Wow.
The last time that I took Aria to Broadway, we did a double. We saw SpongeBob the musical, which was brilliant.
Okay.
All the music was written by pop stars. So there's a David Bowie pen song, an Aerosmith pen song.
Really?
Great. That's touring now.
Okay.
And then a friend of mine, Philip Boykin, who was nominated for a Tony in Porgy and Bess, who was in The Music Man with Hugh Jackman, did Once on This. Remember the show Once on This Island? It's an older musical.
No.
So they did it in the Circle Square Theater.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's the crowd is around, and the whole stage was sand. It's like the island.
Wow.
Actually, he had to bow out for a little bit because his back he's an older guy and walking on the sand bothered his back.
No kidding.
So we got to the box office for Once on This Island. We did the lottery for that. We were like 3 rows from the.
Oh,
I want to say we paid $50 or $60 a ticket. Wasn't
no kidding.
Yeah, but you can pay $8,000-$9,000 a ticket. When Lamar Odom came back for Hamilton, he originated the Aaron Burr.
Oh, okay.
Role. People were paying insane amount of money to go back and see it, $400, $500, $600. When the chess is being redone with the girl from Glee. The girl from Glee.
Okay.
Those went through the roof.
So if I went like just to buy a ticket on Broadway, 2 tickets, right?
Yeah.
How much would I pay?
Couple $100.
Okay. A piece?
For both. You can get away between $100 and $150 and get a fairly good seat on Broadway.
A piece.
Between $100 and $150.
Okay.
You're pretty good. But that's, and now here you're paying between $60 and $150 for depending on where you sit.
Yes.
And now the next one coming in is one of the big ones on Broadway now, and Juliet. It's a jukebox musical.
Oh, yeah. It's like She Lives, right?
Yeah.
Juliet Lives, and what happens after that?
Yes. So, and it's all like pop music.
Oh, okay.
And on Broadway, they brought in pop stars so Joey Fatone from NSYNC was in there. It's one of their songs around there. And you know who's on Broadway right now? You know the movie Moulin Rouge, which I thought was brilliant. The Baz Luhrmann, the Broadway version. Megan Thee Stallion is playing the ringleader,
no kidding,
narrator kind of character. And I guess what they're doing is for all the music stars, the bows, they do one of their tunes.
Really?
Yeah, the place is going bonkers.
That's outstanding.
Yeah, cool.
That's outstanding.
I'll tell you, there's nowhere in this world to see theater. Now, you can go on tour. The tours, they're professional people, but there's just something about seeing a show on Broadway. When I saw Wicked, and you saw Wicked here, which is great, the theater that Wicked's in was built for Wicked. So there's different things. And I had only seen it on the tour. I saw it in Rochester and here before I saw it on Broadway. And this was when you couldn't get tickets. I had to, somebody that I knew, I had producer seats. So it was somebody, but I paid up there. It was like $160, $170 a ticket. But it's a different experience because the show is built in for the And I still have to go see that Masquerade show, the Phantom of the Opera thing, because it keeps getting extended. It wasn't supposed to be. It was supposed to be a limited thing. Yeah, but it just keeps getting extended.
You had tickets, right?
Yeah, and it was the first day of school.
Right.
We didn't realize
that's right. Yep. And so that is an immersive show, right?
Yes, you're in the middle of you're just like in the middle of
Masquerade Party or whatever.
You know the Kubrick movie Eyes Wide Shut?
Yes.
They did the same thing for that on Broadway with the play of that where it was immersive.
Oh.
But if you've seen the movie, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's a very, visual, immersive kind of movie.
Yes.
And a lot of people were trying to, at the beginning, equating it, but nothing's like what they're doing with the Phantom. There's 3 casts going on at the same time, I think.
Really?
Three each of the leads, the Phantom, the Christine, and the
Holy
Raoul,
cow.
for all the rooms. So you don't know who's in there, but you don't know who your Phantom is. And they've brought in like legendary Phantoms to do the shows and stuff.
Wow. See, now that kind of thing you can pay up for because that's a real experience.
Yes. And those, I want to say they were $200 a ticket when I went, when it was. Now they have like a VIP thing where you can go have drinks with people and stuff.
Naturally.
They know how to. You got to make the money. But Broadway's has, in the past few years, since COVID, has had a very hard time keeping stuff on Broadway. Stuff's open and closed. Beaches is up now. The Bette Midler movie. Yeah, they're doing, and they've had so much problems with it.
Really? Yeah. Well, I mean, people are being real careful about spending that much money on entertainment. They really are. We all are.
You need 95 to 100%. Capacity.
Sure.
But people say that's a lot, but a lot of those Broadway theaters are under 1,000, just about 1,000, maybe a little more or under. So you're not looking at huge places,
right?
But they're running 6-7 times a week.
Yep.
And those even the union minimums are up there for actors, which is, obviously the rehearsal period.
Yeah.
Learning that stuff, and just, you have to be 100% every day, day.
Which is so hard,
especially in that business, especially in with how awful the weather is in New York too.
Yeah.
I feel bad
because you have to understand the cast understands that the people in the audience are like really excited to see them. They're really excited to see the show. This may be a once in a lifetime thing for some people. So you got to be on every single show. You can't be off anytime.
Broadway for people that don't live in New York is like going to see, a Taylor Swift concert.
Right. Right.
It's hard to do.
Yes. And it's a special thing.
And it's great when you have cities like Syracuse and Schenectady and Buffalo that have these beautiful theaters that these tours can come through.
Yes. Yes.
But there's nothing like seeing it on Broadway.
True.
And it's the whole experience. It's not just going. I like to even go and not even have an idea of what I'm going to go see. There's the TKTS booth in the middle of Times Square.
Okay.
That you can get half price tickets, a couple hours before the shows. So you go on the board and see something. Maybe that's how I saw Bronx Tale.
Really?
It was either we were going to go see a Bronx Tale or Shrek the Musical. And we got the tickets for Bronx Tale, and I'm so glad I did. It was one of the best things I've ever seen. There's two versions of it.
Oh.
There's this Chaz Palminteri one-man show that I saw.
Right.
And then they did a musical version of it later.
Oh, okay.
Which I heard was good too, but I haven't seen it yet. But that, if you can, I think it's on Amazon Prime. You can go watch the one-man show on Amazon Prime with Chaz.
Yeah,
that's his story.
Yes,
he's the kid in the
kid.
The movie.
Yep. Yeah, and he's great too in that movie.
Fantastic. And there's a thing, and I saw it on Facebook in New Jersey, end of this month. He's doing a Bronx Tale dinner.
Oh, no way.
So it's him and some of the characters. And if you pay the VIP, I think the VIP ticket was $175. You get to choose the table of the actor you want to sit, and it's a big Italian meal.
That's awesome.
The price for the price, it wasn't really, I think that's what the Boxing Hall of Fame dinner with the, the chicken that they pull out of the back at the On Center. Not saying that's, not disparaging my friends at the On Center, but it's not the, top of the line dinner that you're going to get.
No.
I've been to those Boxing Hall of Fame
I know you have
many times.
Yeah.
And it's probably the same kind of thing at that, but it's just that it would be cool to be at.
It would. It would be
Especially
very
being
cool.
such a big fan of that movie.
Yes, it would be very, very cool. No question.
I'd love to do that with the Goodfellas cast.
Yeah. So where are you playing out this week?
I am tonight. If you're listening live, in a couple hours, I'll be at Point Place Casino hosting Rock and Roll Bingo. Oh, Rock and Roll Trivia Bingo. He yells at me all the time. I get it. I mix it up. It's fun. If you've never done it, I play a song. You have to know what the song is, and you have to know who the artist is, because on your bingo card, there's artists.
Oh.
So if I play, Mandy, and Barry Manilow is on your card, you hit Barry Manilow. Now, when I was in Florida last week, they were playing a version of it there, but at the end of the song, they gave you the answer.
Oh.
So this is the trivia, rock and roll bingo trivia.
That you don't give him the answer. I like that.
You don't give the answers. And so people will come up, and they'll have, and it's 5 across, up and down or diagonal, no postage stamps or anything.
Yeah.
And if it comes up and they got one wrong, I say, you got one wrong, but I don't tell you which one it is. And there's a prize. You get win Point Place Casino gift cards for every round. We'll play 6 rounds tonight. So tonight's the 3-hour gig. It's fun. We write in the sports book. You can watch baseball right behind me, eat, drink. It's fun. Tomorrow night, I'm at one of my favorite places, Avicoli's Coal Fire. Great if you want good dinner. I play low. I'm in the background. It's a good ambiance. Friday, Scars and Stripes is at Turning Stone Casino at 10 o'clock in the morning, at 10 o'clock at night. And on Saturday, I'm on the road to Victor, New York.
Near Rochester, right?
Yep. And an awesome little sports bar called the Thirsty Turtle. And then I'm back here at place we just talked about, Beacon Skiff, on Sunday at 2 o'clock.
Jeez.
Yeah,
man.
This is when I start picking it up.
How'd you get a gig in Victor?
The person who books it is from this area, and they wanted some newer blood out that way. So it's been a few years now, maybe even before COVID. I think I've been out there. But it's a cool little sports bar. I played there. Remember, the PGA is out in Rochester.
Yeah.
And I played there an afternoon gig after a practice session.
Oh.
And all these guys come walking in. They're all geared up, like golfed up, sweaters, And I'm like, hey guys, you played it? No, we just watched. It's like they go and cosplay.
Oh, no kidding.
They cosplay the golfers. It's great.
Like,
I don't think I could go and watch that. TV's okay because I can move around and go get something in the refrigerator. But
yeah, so
maybe down in the big one. Where's that? Bethpage?
Yeah,
it seems like it's like a big event.
Yes. Oh, it is. Yeah. So walking a tournament, you get to walk wherever you want. You can't walk on the fairways,
Right.
but you walk all over the course on the, where the ropes are and stuff. It's great. I loved it when I did it a few times. Senior golf tournaments when they were here in Syracuse, did it a few times.
Well, there's that big one in Binghamton every year.
There used to be. It's not there anymore. It used to be in Enjo. It used to be the BC Open. The guy who did the BC cartoon.
Yeah.
It's not there anymore.
It's not the Dick's Sporting Goods one anymore?
Well, maybe it is.
Because they have they usually pull out a big
see, they got
entertainer every year. That Bon Jovi one year.
Yeah,
Kenny
but
Chesney.
they think they bump up against a major now. They changed the date is what happened. And they bump up against a major or a week before the major where a lot of top players won't play a week before. They go practice instead, practice on the course. So that's, because I went down and watched that one year too. And then that was a public course. You can play that course. And I've played it a few times. There's a few courses in Binghamton that are really cool to play. And you can go down there and do a deal where you stay in a hotel, you play one course one day, and the next day you play a different course down there. It's
you could see
it's fun.
You could see the Walt Disney course from my balcony.
Oh man, that's supposed to be really nice. Really nice.
I know Jimmy has played that course.
Yeah.
Jimmy's a big golfer. His dad's and we're talking about Jimmy Falco, my guitar player in Stars and Stripes. His dad's a golf pro.
Oh,
so he's a salesman, sells clubs and stuff.
I didn't know that.
They golf all over the place.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
And so we got him, and then our friend Sal, that's the drummer of Stained.
Yep.
He works for TaylorMade when he's not on tour for
no kidding.
Stained. He does stuff for that.
Wow.
So whenever we have a tournament, we always make sure it's usually captain and crew. We make sure he's with us.
Yeah.
We were thinking about maybe this summer doing the first annual Scars and Stripes golf tournament for some, get involved with some charity and do a day of golf, and then you come at the end and we play for an hour or so while the steaks are getting cooked.
That would be good. I'd be in on that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We all like to. And Jeff's a big golfer.
I haven't golfed in years and years and years.
Can you imagine Jason, our drummer, golfing? It'd be funny.
I used to golf all the time, and I used to be quite good, but I haven't golfed.
Well, you were doing all the golf tournaments at Adunio and all that up there at the Turning Stone with Lurch.
Yep. Got to play Adunio. I got to play all the courses there, and watch the tournament there too. And it's a great experience, but it's a lot of walking, that's for sure.
I remember you did something there, and I was with you. And then at the end of the night, that night was No Doubt at the event center.
Yes. Yep. That was for one of the places that was opening. So one of the courses, Galluya, probably. Yeah. Yep. All right. Next week, what are we trying to get for next week?
You talked about Grant because of that
Maxwell School.
Yeah,
the number one public affairs school, I think it was, or political science, number one in the country, Maxwell School, and that's where Grant is. So we need to get Grant, and we probably should get. We haven't had Lurch on. If you can get Jim Lurch on for a while,
he's a teacher guy.
Oh, that's true.
Busy. We'll get him.
Right.
One email that I have in, and hopefully it'll come through. I have efforted the new coach for the Syracuse University basketball team. Be nice to have GMAC on.
You're very nice.
We had Boeheim on back in the day.
Yes. Maybe we could have our friend Gomez hook us up.
Oh, yeah.
Because Gomez is hooked up now because he used to do a show with GMAC.
That's right.
Beautiful. So he's in a beautiful position right now.
We'll probably check in soon with Brent X.
Yes.
It's geek times are coming up.
So. Yes, they are. Yeah. I can't hardly wait.
And his boys in the Buffalo Sabres they're making a big stink in Buffalo.
Yep.
It's good. It's good for Buffalo.
It is. Absolutely. Love to see that. Anything that's New York.
You watched anything lately?
No.
Me neither. Baseball.
Baseball. Yeah, we watch baseball. I'm trying to think. No.
There was a new crime documentary that I just watched on I don't know, it was Netflix or something about and I can't remember the name. It was a girl who was a biker and she was murdered, and they she was like she started out as a Olympic caliber skier.
Oh,
got injured, went into Olympic caliber biking, like off-road gravel biking. She was like one of the best.
Like mountain biking.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she got and she went to visit her friend. Friend comes home, she's shot dead in the apartment.
Wow.
And it took twists and turns to where it got the I always call it the Departed reaction.
Right.
You know, when the elevator
at the
opens
end,
up
yes.
at the end, there was an oh shit moment in
wow.
in it where I was like, whoa.
Oh wow.
And
no kidding.
And I like the mini series ones that are like 3 or 5 parts, but this was a 1 hour and 40 minutes straight to it. And with these new documentaries, how they put together the body camera footage along with the phone calls and everything and kind of make it like time. It's very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
There's so many good documentaries out there.
And then you finally know who did it. And then the last half an hour, they did the timeline of how it happened.
Oh.
And it was just, I'm like, this is a documentary. It's everything I'd want to know about what happened, and put a nice little bow at the end.
But you don't know the name.
Oh,
can't remember.
It's called, I'm going to put here, Biker Killing Documentary. Netflix, it comes up. The Truth and Tragedy of Maura Wilson.
Maura Wilson.
Wilson.
All right.
That's my pick of the week.
All right. We'll check that out. If
Check it out.
There's an off day, which I don't think the Yankees have an off day for like 10 days or 12 games.
Boo-hoo. Tomorrow is our Braves' first day off since the beginning of the season.
No kidding. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
It's been cool for watching, but I feel bad for those guys. They're going to be exhausted by now.
Yeah. Wow. Well, they all make millions and millions,
Yes.
so they'll be all right.
They'll
All right.
make it.
Thank you to all our guests today, for sure. Thank you, Producer Bill. And my thanks to you for watching us or listening to us later, whichever you do. Do it multiple times.
Keep ringing up those numbers. Subscribe.
Yes.
Subscribe.
Please subscribe. Take care of yourselves, okay? And God willing, we're all back at it next time on the Jim Reith Show Unleashed podcast.